All right, Top 97, number one for hip hop. It's TT Torrez and DJ Bobby Trends, and it is a Friday night takeover with my boy Wale.
What's up?
He's
what's
here.
Up? Mm-hmm.
It feels like a family reunion.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you. Wait, I've seen you, but I haven't talked to you one-on-one probably since I left Richmond.
Yeah.
But I did hang out with you. I think the last time we hung out was the album you put out where Jerry Seinfeld was narrating it.
Right.
And you took over that diner.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the most creative, amazing experience of my career.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I remember that.
It's so funny because I was watching a documentary of him and someone asked him who his top 5 favorite rappers were. And he said, Wale, 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 Wale. Right? And then the guy's like, Wale. And then I'm just like, why not Wale?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Why not me?
Why not you? Because I think a lot of times people forget how great you are with the punchlines and the metaphors and like the shit you come up with. Genius.
I try.
And you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Can we talk about Folarin too?
I put my all into it, you know. I've been working on this for about 18 months probably.
No skips.
No skips.
No, legit no skips.
That's what happens when you put your time in.
Oh my God. I looked at the artwork and I said, yes, give Wale his flowers.
Yeah.
Is that what you was trying to interpret with the artwork?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a metaphor for a lot of things. Like, I can get my own. You can give them to me, but, like say it with your chest if you do. Like, you know, none of that, like, private, like, yeah, you know, you da-da-da-da-da. Like, you know, you can keep that, like, you know, the same platform you use. Oh, this person talk about or that person or this or that subject. That's how you get flowers.
Yeah.
The private. I know what I'm doing. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody else might need to be reminded.
But we do need to give you your flowers, though. I wish I had some flowers here. Ty, we need to go in my office and give Wale some flowers because you have contributed so much to the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The first mixtape was no skips.
Right.
Like, over the years, I've become more of a fan of your music because of the consistency you've put out. And I will honestly say that you know how to speak to women through your music.
Oh, thank you. I like to just think I talk in detail about whatever I'm talking about. So whenever I touch on stuff like that, you know, it resonates with them because it's a lot of, it's very intentional. Every line is intentional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I could be talking about an apple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to give as much detail as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's talk about Dearly Beloved featuring Jamie Foxx. You said, I got what she had to move to someone who got what she need. I only got what she want. Maybe I'm jealous, but Slim and that tux don't like a level up.
Don't look like a level up. Yeah. That's basically me talking to a girl right before she gets married. Like, you know, my last little thing I'm gonna say before you make this big decision.
But was that song triggered by a past relationship?
No, I just got a great imagination.
I love that.
Yeah.
But that goes back to what I was saying. Like, you legit know what to say. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe it's a gift. It's a gift, I guess. I mean, I'm just glad y'all paying attention.
No, I skimmed through that album and I legit typed up every lyric that caught my attention. I went from song to song so that I can have some real conversation about these lyrics in this album because I think that people really need to spend time with the album on a vibe. Like, if you're driving, you with your friends, you know, you chilling in the crib.
That's the goal to make. I mean, it's a busy marketplace out. There's like about 1 million songs that's dropping every Friday. So, you know, that's the goal, to get everybody to really, you know, get into the lyrics and get into where I'm going. Let's
talk about Light Years featuring Rick Ross. Ross definitely dropped some serious gems in that song. What's the best advice he has ever given you, like, one-on-one?
Just reinforcing stuff that I already know, like being true to myself and just doing it my way. Like, I never went outside of, like, who I am. I never tried to do what other people do, like, you know, as far as musically or just, like, as a man, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the things that he always, like, praises me about, like, just always doing things my way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I noticed with him as well, just with the verse that he gave you for this album, it's a different Ross.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a more elevated Ross,
Right.
a different mentality.
But every time when
Ross
Ross get with Justice League, that he go to another space. So
yeah,
he at home on that jump.
yeah. And you gotta remember, I've been with you guys from pretty much the beginning of y'all careers. So I've been around the music and seen the growth from being like just rapping the rap to like, you know, really thinking about what you gonna say and like and having meaning and content and context to the lyrics. It's like I feel like it's a different level as you mature each as a person, as a man.
Just even like evolving in general in life, like, you know, you gotta take them experiences with you. And I just learned to be even more intentional in everything that I say. There's no wasted energy. There's no wasted words. And that's important to me as a writer. Like, when I'm writing stuff, I just want to make sure everything, you know, has intention.
Can we talk about the power of intention?
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking a lot about that lately. And I've been thinking a lot about that lately in terms of like my career and what I want to do next, because there is real power and intention in every aspect of what you do. You have to move in that space in order to really achieve that goal that you're trying to achieve.
Absolutely.
And I think as we're younger, we spend so much time chasing, you know, like this idea of what we really want without really knowing the intention or purpose behind it.
Right.
You know, whether it's money, like I got to get money, then I got to take care of my family. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like the mature you get, the more seasoned you get, you really know the power of attention.
What you want to do and how you want to do it.
Yeah. Tiffany Nikes, you said, maybe my passion done fucked up my prices.
Right.
What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, I'm basically saying that, like, maybe my mistakes. Sometimes my mistakes define my career to certain people. You know, so they define me by my mistakes, and that, you know, that takes that you take a hit. You know what I'm saying, financially. Sometimes when you make mistakes, but you know, I take the good with the bad though.
Yeah, and I think the era we live in is so different now, right? Because that grace that we need to allow people.
If you on TV or radio or anybody with a coveted position in the entertainment business, you don't. There's not much grace. Or if you have a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
There's no sympathy for a king or. You know, or a rich man or a rich woman, whatever. It's not much.
It's almost like I was talking to somebody about this, someone who's a veteran radio personality, and I was like, yo, does it take away the fun of what we do because you live in a society now where everybody feels like because they have social media, or they have a platform, whether it's 200 people, 2,000 people, you know, they feel like they have a platform to say and do whatever they want to people without regard to how another person feels. And it takes away that, like, fun at times.
It do.
Yeah.
It do. Can't lie. Like, you know, some things just you read or hear or whatever, just, you know. But after a while, you just get numb. Like, you know, it definitely affects how you interact with people. Or, you know. But you got to take the good with the bad. Like I said, we blessed to be where we at.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how sometimes people say this to me, sometimes I'm made of steel. And I'm like, I used to think that was a bad thing, but now I realize God made me steel because I don't let it penetrate my mental. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, like you could say something, but I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting closer and closer to that level of zen, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's hard, right? Because I was never like that because you're human. Yeah. And then I think for women sometimes, you know, it's even harder because we already are self-conscious about certain things. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's our weight or like just certain things that women have to deal with. And sometimes it gets magnified on social media, but that's why you got to build to that space of like steel. Like,
well, it could be steel or just being numb. And and being numb is kind of like not as fun as being still, because when you're numb, you kind of just go through it like, you know, because I cannot care about certain things just because I'm numb to it. Like I just really... My heart can't take no more. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, you got to take it with it. I mean, I've just got to learn that, you know, just been learning to deal with, like, the good with the bad.
Yo, you said something so ill. You said on one of your joints, but you crossed me, there's no talking. Bring a horseshoe, bring a 4-leaf, bring a whole map and a compass. You gonna need luck if you lost me.
Right.
My worst drug has been loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
life, man. Like you, bro, like you be blinded by loyalty and you fuck your whole shit up. You know,
Yeah.
folks that fall out with you that you done a lot for, and they act like they don't even know you no more because no is like the ultimate cuss word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or putting yourself first at any moment is the ultimate sin to some people. You know, sometimes your loyalty just be so deep that it's like you still be loyal to some folks that don't got the same, you know,
type of loyalty.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I felt that bar like, ooh, because I'm a Leo, you know, and Leos are natural born.
Loyal Leos, yep.
Yep, loyal Leos. And I think when people cross us, we just literally cut them off. It's like they never existed.
Right.
And I felt that when I heard that joint, I was like, wow.
Right. No, that might be the verse of the year, though.
That might be.
Second verse of Fluctuate might be the verse of the year.
Nah, Fluctuate is a joint. Even the beat on Fluctuate is crazy. Who produced that?
DJ Khalil.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, that beat on that joint is crazy. I said I'm going to save that for a caption. I need to just figure out which one I'm going to put that on.
Shit, I might have to use it too.
But at this point in your career, it has to be hard for you to trust.
Oh, yeah, of course. You know,
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't have pure intentions or their expectations is too high. You know, trust is really, 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 I struggle with that.
Yeah. Yeah. You talked in the song New Balances, which is another banger off the album. You said something key. You said, y'all don't hit me when the numbers are low. You make a hit, niggas smother your phone and try to big bro ya.
Mm-hmm.
That was so key. Because sometimes I find in this business that people only ride the wave when the wave is on high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you up or you down, it's like, but you know it though. You peep it, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but how do you handle it?
I'm most proud that I never really, I don't chase behind nobody. I don't run behind nobody. Like I'm a get by what I have, and you know what I'm saying. Like that's one of the things that I pride myself on though. You know what I'm saying? Like just really just doing me for real, and just win, lose, or draw.
Right. Do you care? You know, I think a lot of times social media puts this big emphasis on like numbers and first week numbers and this and that. And I came in the industry at a time where the public didn't even know what that was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was having a conversation with one of my nephews and he's like 15 and he said something to the fact, but yeah, he only sold such and such first week. I'm like, but does that mean you don't like him?
Right.
What does that mean? Does that mean the album wasn't good?
Right.
Like, I feel like this generation looks at numbers and decide whether or not they want to listen to something.
That's a little weird, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, I don't really know if truly anymore there's a real natural way to gauge it anymore, because my album can be like super garbage juice, like, and, you know, it could do 105 first week, like, and then where is it in 2 years? Where the shows at? Is anything translating to the on stage? So you can't really gauge it by like that. Like,
and you can't, because let me tell you, as a programmer, somebody who's on both sides, I look at the passion score for records, right? Mm-hmm. And look at how the audience stands the test of time. As a programmer, you need those records to last because it balances out how you rotate your music.
Right.
And you can see records that literally there is no passion for them 2-3 years down the line. It's just a moment.
Right.
And a problem with having those moments is that you got to figure out how to recreate those moments.
Right.
And that's when the gimmicks come in.
That's when the gimmicks and all the clout and chasing and Wahala happens.
Because you chasing that moment again.
Right.
But if you really chase the art, then the time will come and you can stay consistent. Like you can go right now and you can tour and make tons of money.
Right.
You know, you can make a hit record and not even knowing it's going to be a hit, but the shit just takes off.
There's no passion, and I mean, you don't really have. It's just, I mean, people that be on the road every year. You can always tell, and like you say, well, I look at like the passion is like how passionate are the fans, you know, about the music that you drop. You know, how passionate are your fans? Are they on the fence? Are they saying stuff got to grow on them and all this other wild stuff? Or are they like, man, this is amazing. Like y'all missing out if you're not hearing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I feel like that's what Folarin too is.
Yep.
If you really not listening, you really missing out.
Right. That's how I carry it.
At this point in your career, you're a veteran. You've seen a lot of good shit. You've seen a lot of bad shit. But what's the one thing that keeps Wale doing this shit day in and day out?
I love hip hop. You know, it's just as simple as that. I just love hip hop. I love rap music. I'm not in love with the business of it, you know, but my affinity for the culture is greater than my disdain for the business.
Yeah. What part of the business you dislike the most?
Just the business. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like the business. You know, being lowballed and just being played with, or having to jump through hoops to get XYZ when certain other folks don't got to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just be the business, and the politics sometimes it's not. They don't be in my favor sometimes, and it's frustrating. But again, my affinity for the actual sport of rap is greater than that.
Yeah. So let me ask you this though: when you are done with hip hop, right? First of all, do you think you'll ever be done?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would that next move be for you?
I don't know yet. That's a great question. I don't really know what I'm good at other than this.
I think that you could create a business structure that's different from the norm.
Oh man, you need a big old staff to get certain things like that done, man. This game is changing so fast. So
yeah,
who knows what I'll be doing when this is over? Maybe something in sports or something. I don't know.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, you are a huge sports fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you've done some commentating before.
Yep.
That would be a good look.
I don't know. I got like a little speech impediment sometimes, so I don't know.
No, but you're good though. I know you don't like doing radio interviews and stuff like that, but but you've done better, Wale. Like with doing radio interviews and stuff like that. This is not your thing. I know that because you're an introvert.
Very much so.
And you've spoken about being an introvert. And I was curious too. During the pandemic, how did you handle? Was music your outlet during the pandemic?
We're still in it, but
we're still semi in it, but things are opening up a little bit better. But how did you deal with the anxiety of being stuck?
Postmates and DoorDash and Netflix and Hulu and PlayStation, like
But you probably enjoyed being by yourself.
It's crazy because when I was coming home we was doing the film in Toronto, and I remember getting home and I was like, man, I don't want to go back outside for a long time. And the very next day, I'm watching that Oklahoma City game, and they like, hey, man, the world shut down, man. It's over. Everybody can't go. Everybody stay in the house.
And you were like, yes.
Yeah. Then I was like, yo. 4 weeks later, I was like, you missed how much money we just lose? Like, but
look, the manager over there like, bro, it was bad.
It was bad, man. It was bad.
It was bad. Give me a figure, big boss man. Oh, wow.
Just that one. That's just 1 month.
That's 1 month though.
Wow. 1 month?
That was just 1 month.
Yeah. You gotta understand, On Chill was the #1 song on both joints, so it was like I couldn't do nothing.
Yo, I tweeted out when I first heard that record. I don't even know if you saw this tweet. I was like, this is Wale's lane all day. No other rapper is fucking with Wale when it come to these records.
Yeah, but when y'all be saying that, then the labels, that's all they want me to make. And then
we shouldn't say that. It fucks you up.
I feel like I can make anything.
You can make anything. Don't get it twisted.
No, I get it though. I feel you. It's a sweet spot. You know, it's what's
it's for me. It's like you talking to us. Right. It's like we don't get a lot of you.
Right.
Like it's so many rappers that talk about just like other bitch shit, other shit about us. And don't get it twisted. We like that shit too. But you talk. It feels like when you make records, it's like you're talking to us. Like, hello, hi Wale, you're on the other end of this phone. What's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the way your music comes across. Yeah. And I'm sorry if we programmers put you in that box.
No, this is cool. I mean, we got a lot of plaques, man. We got a lot of success, so. No.
But that's why I like them records from you, because from Lotus Flower Bomb to like just the shit that was on the last album. It's just so many of those records. I'm like, yo, he really knows how to talk to us.
I appreciate it. I take whatever compliments I can get.
I'm gonna buy a ticket to your show to the day you don't want to do it no more.
Well, I hope to see you at all of them now.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
All right, so let's talk about Poke It Out, because you sampled the Vibrant Thing Q-Tip joint. Was you, obviously, just being from, loving the hip-hop so much, was that something you always wanted to sample with, or?
I remember we thought about it at some point, but I was at Cool and Dre studio, and we was just...
Shout out to Cool and J in Miami.
Yeah, it was in Miami, and then it was just going through beats, and I heard the first, 2 seconds of it. The instrumental, and I was like, just dump that. Let's have some fun. Let's play around. I wasn't planning on staying in the studio long over that day.
Wow.
Yeah, but
and
shout out to Q-Tip and Dilla though. That's the piece of Dilla. That was a. I mean, it was a. Looking back, it's a big sample. That's a big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a big one.
It seems to be working up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, when I first heard that, I was like, oh, this got to go in automatic.
Q-Tip called me. And
I was going to ask you, did y'all speak?
Yeah, he was just like, man, thank you, bro. Like, that, you really did it justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you need, man, I'm here.
But you know what that also does, too, for the OGs, is it opens them up, too, for younger people to, say, oh, that was a sample. Let me go back. Right.
More flowers.
Yeah, let me go back and, listen or stream, or get to know them a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So J. Cole, how did that come about? Did you just call him and be like, yo, I got this joint?
Nah, man, he heard the beat. He just heard the joint in the studio. And he heard the song, and he was like, yeah, get on this. I was like, okay, why not?
Because I love it because he's not over flooded with features.
Right,
he is very particular about who he works with at this point in his career, and I love the fact that he works with people like you who really respect and love the culture. Because it's not about paying him for a feature.
Nah, but we've been cool for our whole careers though. You know
yeah, I came up together.
Yeah, absolutely, and right there in Soho, in the Lido Studios, every day.
Okay, all right. So when we talk about top albums that dropped, right? And I was having this conversation with someone last night. When we talk about CLB, we talk about Donda, we talk about J. Cole shit, we talk about Meek shit, Expensive Pain. Wale got to be in that conversation.
I really hope so.
Be
nice.
It is when you talk about top 5 albums, you have to be in the conversation.
We'll see. We got 3 more months, right? We'll see
I mean, when we talk about albums that dropped this year, if your album is not in the conversation, then we have a real problem.
It's happened before, so I'm not, it is what it is.
But when you think about it, it's hip hop, it's bars, it's punchlines, it's the beats, you know what I'm saying? It's Grammy Award winning.
Right.
And I'm not tooting your horn, but it really is. It's no skips from beginning to end.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that opinion. I agree. We're going to see how the world
from
look
my
at it.
mouth to the Grammy board and to God's ears, we're going to say Wale going to get something out this joint.
Amen to that.
So let's talk about More Love featuring Boyz II Men. Were you a fan of them growing up?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Stockman of Boyz II Men, but yeah, I was definitely a big fan of Boyz II Men.
Did you get in the mirror and sing the joints?
I did on this record. I'm doing my best Wanye background joints on it.
Yeah. Over the years, where would you rate yourself in terms of growing as an artist? I
think we all evolve. Some devolve, if devolve is a word. Whatever the opposite of evolve is, but I think I take my L's and my W's with me as I go, and I use them, for the here and now.
Yeah. Wale, I know that you don't do interviews often.
Wale be nervous, man. That's all that is.
I know. You be nervous, and the people don't know that about you.
And then they think I'm having an attitude.
Or you arrogant, but you're really not. I remember in the beginning, me and you using stuff like spats like that. And I think personally for me, I just misunderstood you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as time went on, and as I got to talk to you more and more, I really got to understand you as an artist and as a person. I think a lot of times we don't give artists that grace. We just think we expect them to be how we want them to be. And we don't know what they deal with. We don't know that, they're just nervous as hell or they're shy or they want to say the right thing. So they thinking about what they got to say.
Or more so don't want to say the wrong thing. More so to say the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So they try so hard to say the right thing, So I hope that this interview was not painful for you today.
Not at all.
And I want to thank you for coming and stopping by. And everybody, make sure you stream the album. It's available right now. Wale, what else can we tell them? What else you got going on?
Since it's Friday, We got Rolling Loud tonight.
That's right. Rolling Loud.
See y'all there.